Okay, you've got my pieces all taped up, and now I'm ready to put them in. I'm going to start with my bottom piece first. And it doesn't matter which way you put it in, because we haven't decided which way we want the box to go yet. So it doesn't really matter. So we're just going to put it in, and then we'll know that that's the bottom, or this is the top. So pull up my tape, backing on my bottom piece. And let's just say that looks fine. I'm going to put that in here. Do a little bit of a border around. Good. Like that. I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of get that all in there really, really good. I've got a rectangular one. I need to pull that out soon, but okay, so that's the bottom, and once again, it doesn't really matter which side I'm going to go for, because this is all pretty generic. The sides, they're all pretty much the same thing. So pull these up, and place them in. Making sure I leave a little bit of a border, if you can. Like that. So I'm just adhering these down really good. Next one. And 2 more to go. Okay, I'm going to do the exact opposite side. I don't know why, but I'm going to. That's good. For the other sides. Graphic 45 makes the most beautiful papers. And it's just looking at the back of this, is so pretty. You hate to cut into it, but the best thing to do is just don't look and do it. Because sometimes it's really hard. This is a bit hard to do this upside down too. Oops. I'm going to have to do this, folks. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do it like this, and then I'll show it to you. I've got to figure out where I'm at myself. Okay, like that. Okay. And then one more interior side, and we can start on the picking out our stuff for our shaker. So we're going to put mica flakes in here, and a little bit of glitter, and some figures, and maybe a tree. So I need to go gather those things up, and we'll start building the inside. So we have to build the inside first before we put on our top panel, because this gets structure stripped down, and we're gonna have to paint it and then put on the paper. So it's kind of a backward step, but needed to do. Got to do that part first. So okay, that's good. Okay, that's the interior of our box. So what I'll do next is I'll go, like I said, go grab all the good stuff maybe that we could try out and put in here. And then maybe fussy cut some figures out of this 12 Days of Christmas Graphic 45 paper. And I'll be back. Okay, I'm back, everybody. So I've cut some, I'm not the best fussy cutter in the whole wide world. But I've cut some pieces out of the collection. Grabbed a couple of sizable trees from Tim Holtz. And now I'm going to see what I can do. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm going to try and figure out something. So the thing, I've got my hot glue gun going too as well. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my trees in. And so I'm going to put a little hot glue on the bottom and go ahead and stick those in place. Here those down inside the box. that sit for a second. So there's that. And then I'm going to place my smaller tree maybe to the left of it. I'll put a little glue on that. And adhere it down kind of in front and over just to layer it a little bit. Right there. And then I was thinking about maybe this piece could be here. I want different levels and layers from my shaker box. So I have to just play with it for a second and see which way I like it the best. So let me go ahead and put her in. I think I'd like to have her by the tree. And to do that, I think what I need to do is I'm going to grab a piece of, once again, the strip I had left from my acetate front. And I'm just going to grab a little bit of a strip. It doesn't matter how it's cut, just as long as it's cut. We're going to use those for pieces to anchor the figure into the box. So pull that up. I'm telling you, this is a hard thing to do once in a while. Pull both sides up. And I'm going to fold some of that down and probably cut this. Let me just see. I'm going to anchor her down. I'm going to fold this over a little bit. You can't really see what I'm doing. I'm folding this in half or back against itself and kind of bringing it back out a little bit. And then I think I'll take some score tape and put it on the back of this. Then pull the tape backing off. And let's adhere this to her. Back, somewhere like that. Okay. And then, let me see. Let's see what we're doing here. This is on her armpit. There we go. Armpit. Okay. She needs to be kind of in there-ish. With maybe this much folded over. Let's see what happens. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to put some tape on this backside. Again, over here. Let me see if I can get in the view of the camera. So there she is. I could do another one, but I think for just the purposes of speed, I'm going to go ahead and do that here. Let's see, she'd go kind of in front of this tree. She's dancing in front of the tree. And adhere that in place. Kind of give it a good burnish back there. Okay. And then we've got, I cut out him. I kind of want him to be over, maybe that way at an angle. So I think I'd like to put this in the background. Back here maybe. So I might put some tape on that. And what I did was I just took the bordered piece of the graphic 45 paper and then just glued it to itself right there. Just kind of scored it, slid it, and then put it to itself. I'll go ahead and put some tape on that. Once again, I'm just kind of creating on the go. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but I'm gonna just see, and you know, whatever happens is whatever happens, and it'll be okay. So I'm gonna pull the tape back in here, and I do think I'd like to have this down here in this corner. So we'll pull this around and put it down a little bit low. Like that, another little layer. And then I think he could still go here in front of it. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in. And once again, use the little piece I had left over. And pull the coating off of it. Which is hard for me. You know, glasses would help. Here we go. And we'll see what it looks like. Pull this down a little bit. Just a little like that. I don't know if y'all can see that really well, but maybe you can see there. Put a little tape on it. Go ahead and pull that off. And you know, I might give him two strips. Go ahead and take a little bit more. Cut it in half. Pull that off. Like that. Pull it down. Little tape. Put this one toward the bottom of the figure. Maybe right in there, I guess. Okay. And then he's going to go out front a little bit. Let's see what we need. It's a little bit too, not enough. A little bit more. Kind of eyeball it. So he'd stand around in there. And I still think that's a little too short. I'm going to cut some of this off. Now I got these a little bit longer. Pull a little bit more. Check it out. You know, I think I'd rather have the echo here. Let me see if I can get it in there. What happens if I do that? Too far over, okay. So how's that? Sitting down on those. It's a little bit different level. Might even make them go further down. Sorry, y'all. I'm just gonna, like I said, creating as I go. Let's see what happens. Just kind of got it, you know, just offer some layers here to make him go back further. I think that's okay. The angle would be great. I'll pull those in at an angle a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna cut some of this off and then add my tape. Okay, so put these down. I might need a pick or something to kind of help out a little bit. That's good. Kind of like his leg crossed a little bit. So like that, like he's dancing too a little bit. Okay, And then, make sure those are pretty secure. Bring it over kind of a little bit. There we go. And then I've cut out a goose. Now, I don't know if this goose is going to fit. So I say no on the goose. Would this be okay? Maybe over here. Covers up the trees a little bit much, but it does give it a little bit more of a dimension. See, that covers up their face. Covers up the trees a little bit too much. What about over here? I kind of like that. Let's go with this side. So I'm going to take some tape. Bring that over. Excuse me, y'all. Pull that off. Let's put that right up in here. Right to the edge. Okay, just another dimension. That's neat. Okay. And then I've got a bird, and I thought I'd put the bird in the tree. Maybe back here. So I'm going to use a little hot glue here. See if I can't get that to work. And I think that does it for my little vignette. Okay, and then the next thing I'll do is I'll pour in some mica and some glitter, and I will be back in a few shakes, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've got some, let's see, Melissa Francis, some glass glitter. Throw that in. I've got some Martha Stewart fine glass glitter, or fine glitter. Throw that in. Oops, I guess we have to open that up first. Still. You want shake, or does it have an option? Here we go, let's take this off. Some of that in there. And then some old-fashioned yummy, yummy, yummy mica flakes. Let's see, a handful of that, maybe? Let's see what happens. Maybe a few more metals. Okay. And call that a day. Let's say. I think that'll be great. Okay. Oh, you know what? What the heck? One more. Okay. That's it. I love mica. And then we're gonna grab the top next. Let me clean this up and get some of this ready to go, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm just cleaning off some of the glitter and stuff from the box, and getting this ready to go. Okay, so now I've got my top part. And once again, now's the time I'm going to pull the backing off the back. Okay, I'm just going to set this on here. Or I got a little mica up in here. Or actually a little glue, okay. So I'm going to set this down on there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my structure strips. And I know this is 5.5 inches long, so I'm going to go ahead and grab my trimmer. And I'm going to cut, sorry, I'm going to cut those 5.5 inches long. 5.5. 5.5. It's driving me crazy. Okay, 5.5. And one more, 5.5. Okay, put these away for later. Grab these. I think what I'll do first, you guys, is I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue along the edge. Need some glasses here, just along the edges for extra support. I'm doing that glossy accents, which loves to get stopped up, but it's awesome glue. Okay. Excuse me, y'all. I tell you, it is sinus time in Texas, and I have to clear my throat a whole bunch, so I apologize. But I appreciate y'all hanging out with me. There's a little glue there. So that's done, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull my one strip and get it ready. And my pick. Get that ready to go. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on. That'd be the lid, and just kind of make sure it's kind of on and in place. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my structure strip. Make sure kind of everything's lined up. Adhere that down. Keep going. My structure strips. And then what I'll have to do is I'm going to have to paint this again, the edge. But before I paint it, I'll show you the shaker, the glitter inside. Just sealing up the box now. And there we go. That's sealed, and what I'll do is I'll come back and I will paint the border red, but that's kind of fun, just a fun kind of little snow scene. And the static in there sticks to stuff. It's so cool. I love them. So there it is. And each time you do it, it's a different scene. Just think that's so cool. Anyway, so there's that. And what I'll do is I'm going to go ahead and paint this, and we'll be ready to do the outside, okay? Be back in a second. Okay, now I'm back. I'm going to try, that's what it looks like painted. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover, I think I'm going to cover the sides with the green. And I'm going to cover the top with some red. So I need to go ahead and get those going. So my sides are going to be, I'm going to cover them at, let's say 2.5 by 5.25. Giving a little bit of a border. Paper trimmer, here it is. So let me go this way. 2.5. by 5.25. See if that works. And it does. Okay, so that'll be my side pieces. 5.25. See if I can get 2 out of this. Can. Okay, so that's going to be my sides. So I'm going to cut this one at the same thing. Maybe a little bit longer. It looks like it's a little bit longer. Let's see. So I'm going to cut that there. Get maybe the bird in there. Let's see if I can get the bird in there. And I'm gonna measure. This looks to be a little bit longer than the other. Yeah, it's 5 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna cut off this end piece and go this way. Let's see where it ends up. I'm just gonna go ahead and use that for the bottom. It's not gonna be seen as much, so I'm gonna go ahead and use that. Okay, so my pieces are done. I'm gonna use that for the top. That'll be pretty with the red behind it. That's nice. And then I'll use these for the sides. Cool, and I'll think about the front for a second. So let me ink these up. And once again, put you on pause and get these done, and then we'll go for the front, okay? Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have done the sides. I need to do the back still, but I'm gonna work on the front first. And I think if I come in 5/8 of an inch everywhere, I should be good. And I may be wrong, but I think that's right. So I'm gonna try it anyway and see what happens. And let me see if I can find a place where 5/8 inch shows up on this really well. I'm doing this on the back side. I decided to use the red, this one, for the front. So I'm gonna line this up and mark it off. A little bit thicker than I wanted for a pen. Didn't realize that was so thick. That's okay. Let's use the white and see if that works. So 5/8, 5/8, 5/8. There we go. Okay. And I'm just going to go over this because it may be a little too thick. I'll probably cut on the wrong line. So I'm going to go over here and do that real quick again. Here we go. Okay. So now I'm going to get my trimmer and cut this on here, I'm hoping. And see if I can line it up. Turn it. Oops. There we go. It's about time for a new blade, I guess. So it keeps falling out. Okay, let's see. One more cut. See where we're at. Let's see if that worked. Pretty well, pretty well. Okay. So, put that out of the way and see if this works. Let's see. Let's go this way. Okay, excuse me, all. Once again, for the top paper, I cut it off at 5 1/2 inches. I came over about a 1/2 inch in from each side, so I went around with my pen and measured over a 1/2 inch and marked it with my ruler on the back side. And then I just cut it out with my X-Acto knife, the center. So now that's it. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go ahead and ink the edges and get ready for it to go on from the back side. So this way, I think about now it's about time for me to have a new blade in my trimmer. It's starting to look a little ragged. So I'm gonna ink the edges real quick with my marker, the inside edges. Then I'm going to add a little tape to the back and put it on. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to add the tape. Let's see. 3/8. And the end of it's right here. Might go back and add a little 1/8 of an inch in there too. Just like that. And I'm going to go back with a little 1/8 of an inch, a little bit thinner tape. Just 'cause I want this to go all the way to the edge, and that would be somewhere right here. There we go. Once again, feel free to use your ATG. I am going to just use my tape. Because I love score tape. It makes me happy. Okay, and we're almost there. And then we'll start working on the outside of the building. Okay, I'm gonna grab my pick. Pick these up. Let's see here. Go. Okay, I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna stand up above it when I work with this. And I'm gonna see which way do I like it to go. I'm gonna go this way. So I'm gonna see if I can't do this. Okay, well, it's good enough. And there we go. Okay. And so there's that, and now I'm going to start on the box.